Phoenix Splash TV. Bucktick. Now, this is a band that seems familiar, but where have I heard of them before? I think the answer is from researching other J-Rockers' influences. My favorite singer of all time, not just in J-Rock, is Kyo from Duran Gray, and apparently he is influenced by Bucktick's lead singer Atsushi Sakurai. Not only Kyo, but Muck's lead singer, who I was also very impressed by, is also influenced by Bucktick's singer. So influenced that he even took part of a cover band called Bucktick. I've also heard of them from looking at a list of musicians that were inspired by Ryuichi Sakamoto, who happens to be one of my favorite composers of all time. So, just who is this legendary band? Well, in case you haven't read the title of this video, I haven't even heard one of their songs. So this will be a first impression on what seems to be one of the most important bands in J-Rock. So I scoured the internet and found what people argued were the best songs of Bucktick. Will they live up to the hype, or will they let me down? Let's take a look. No Hana. Now, this was the first song that I heard from them, and right away it reminded me of one of my favorite J-Rock bands called Z.I.Kill, or Jekyll as some pronounce it. Which, come to think of it, is the very first Japanese band that I ever listened to. This song is pretty cool and a good first song, since it's considered one of their classics. It has a pretty neat guitar solo that kinda reminds me of a classical melody. This is also the first time I see their singer in action, and so far he reminds me of the lead singer of Z.I.Kill, Tusk. It's a cool sound and it has a nice riff. Overall, it's a well put together song. But I will say, out of all the songs, this one is the most forgettable. And you'll find out why in a little bit. My Effing Valentine. Now, I'm not going to lie, this song drew me in just based off the title alone, and it is insanely different from No Hana. Now, I saw this one live and it immediately reminded me of the Yellow Magic Orchestra, which is Ryuichi Sakamoto's band. This genre is pretty unique and it's cool to see other composers tackle this genre. Personally, I like songs that challenge the concept of normal songs. Chances are, if I show this song to one of my friends, they would probably hate it because it doesn't have a distinct melody. This song also reminds me of some of the songs that Hide was putting out in his solo career. It's very hypnotic and mesmerizing. If you're a fan of the Yellow Magic Orchestra or just electric music in general, then I think you will like this one. I really like when the acoustic guitar comes in. I don't know what I like about it, but it just brings an unexpected calmness to the song. So if you're not really into this kind of music, I think you should give this one a chance. Iconoclasm. I think that's how you pronounce that. I feel like this is a wrestling move. Oh, look at that, I'm right. Well, it pretty much is the belief of the importance of destruction of, old statues. Like statues of Hitler, it's important to destroy that, to change what is okay by culture. Now, the reason I bring up this definition is because you can kind of hear it in the song, the metallic sounds, and the screaming vocals. It all kind of presents a little image of something being destroyed. And it has a lot of great things going for it. For one, this is where I'm starting to see how Kyo is influenced by Atsushi. The vocal style in this song is very similar to Kyo in the early days of Duran Grey. This is another song that I wouldn't show my friend if I wanted them to like Bucktick. There are many emotions that songs try to convey, and it's really cool when a band tackles the more frantic and disturbing emotions. The song stays pretty consistent until it starts slowing down, which is the best part of the song. Now at first I didn't really like it that much, but after listening to it more than once I can kinda see what they're going for. So it has a lot of great things about it. Just One More Kiss. Now for a more poppy song. This song is pretty solid. The vocal style reminds me a lot of the Smiths. Come to think of it, Atsushi reminds me a lot of Morrissey from the Smiths. I don't know if it's his mannerisms or what, but it's really apparent in this song in particular. It's also worthy to note that Bucktick is known for having some pretty interesting lyrics, much like the Smiths, so maybe this needs to happen. Maybe something like this. I don't know. They seem very similar. Overall, really good song. Reminds me a lot of the Smiths, Z I Kill, all that good stuff. That genre is just captivated in this song, and I really like it. Alice in Wonder Underground. Now this song gets points for having timpani in it. What are timpani? They are these big drums that you hear all the time in orchestras. It's an instrument that I learned how to play back in the day. Here's footage of me playing them. Timpani combined with that Blues Brothers beat alone makes this pop song pretty unique. Out of all the songs that I listened to from Bucktick, I found this one to be the most appealing. It's a song that you can pretty much put on repeat. The chorus is really catchy and the canon on the end is really cool. So yeah, if I were to show my pals Bucktick, I would go with this one hands down, because it pretty much pleases everyone, the casual listener and the hardcore listener. Casual listeners will appreciate the upbeat tempo and the catchiness of the melody, while hardcore listeners will appreciate the use of timpani and vocal cannons and all that harmony stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm still listening to this song now. So when you have elements of Duran Grey, the Yellow Magic Orchestra, the Smiths, and Jekyll, I have no choice but to really enjoy these sets of songs. I really don't want to give this first impression a 5 out of 5, but I kind of have no choice. And keep in mind that there's probably people out there who would hate the 2 experimental songs. But when I can appreciate music like this, it's the kind of thing that challenges your ears. With Bucktick, my ear was challenged, and there was stuff for my casual ear too. So I pretty much have to give this first impression a 5 out of 5, just based on the fact that Bucktick matched my musical tastes really well. So yeah, Bucktick gets a 5 out of 5. I will probably be looking for more Bucktick because they are still an active group, and it's always fun to be a fan of a group that's still playing. So that was my first impression of Bucktick, and I know what you might be thinking. Back to back 5 out of 5s? I know, it's pretty crazy. And I have to tell you that Bucktick worked really hard for their 5 stars, because I really did not want to do that. I have to give a shout out to Polymoly56 for suggesting that I do a video on Bucktick. Sorry it took so long, but Bucktick has been the background music for my very busy weeks. And there was even some more songs that I heard from Bucktick, but I'm just gonna keep this one at 5 songs. But what do you guys think of Bucktick? Did you think that they deserve this rating, or do you think that they're too experimental? Leave it in the comments below, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching. This is Josh the Music Man, signing off.